Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from and when you're watching this video. It's a boy, Elzanito. Today we are going to be replicating this. It's been a long time I did a replication series, but yeah, I'm not bringing it back fully, but I'll try to bring it once in a while. And this is basically for beginners that are trying to see how to probably you saw a particular poster on Pinterest and you're like, oh, how was this done? You can always share with me a link to that poster and I'll do my best to recreate it in a video like this. So let's quickly jump straight into this. We'll try our best to make it as short as possible. So first thing first, you go online, you look for an image of someone staring forward or someone staring, and just make sure you type in side face face, side view face, or face side view, whatever it is you want to use. You can use Evanto, you can use Pixels, you can use pixels.com, you can use Pixabay, you can use FreePic, anything at all. Just make sure you get an image you would like to use, right? So at the moment I have this image I love and I would love to use it, right? So first thing first, we're going to just first create a canvas. So new file, let's call it 5000 by 6000, and we're going to call it impossible poster. Make sure your resolution is 300 and you press create. So we're going to have something like this. Now the next thing you want to do is bring in your image. So I'm going to bring in this image. I'm going to drag it down here, right? All right, so I'm going to increase the size, exactly something like this. You can see the face is quite large, so this is also going to be quite large, right? I don't need this. So yeah, the first thing you would notice is that it's monochromatic. Aside the color, the image itself is monochromatic, right? So rasterize your image, select the image, bring in black and white, and add it to clip it to just the image, right? Now you can edit the black and white whichever way you want. You can add less red or more red, right? You can add less yellow or more yellow, so I prefer more yellow. Some might not be too some might not really have so much effect, but yeah, red and yellow usually have a lot of effect. But yeah, let's say we're working with this and I'm going to close this up. Now you'll notice that this has some form of dark vibe to it, and the background itself has that dark vibe to it. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to first select the character. You can either use the long version by just using your polygonal lasso tool, or you can use the short version by just using your select subject and stuff. Whether you're using AI or not, Photoshop automatically has select subject. So just go through and make sure that those parts that were not selected are properly selected. Now I'll tell you why in a bit. So I'm going to Ctrl J and I'm going to turn on this, as you can see. Now if I turn off this, you can see it is pure black. I'm going to then bring in a new color. You can give it any color you want, but I still want it to be this ash color, right? Just this ash vibe to it. Now that way I can bring in a new layer. After bringing in a new layer, I can select this color and choose a lighter ash. Now take your brush, increase the size, excuse me, and dab once or twice. Now the reason why you added that is just to give it that that realistic vibe to it, if you understand what I mean. Now the next thing is to add shade or shadow to the neck area, just like we have it here. I mean, you don't have to follow perfectly what we have there, but I'm going to use this, then just paint across. For some reason this is okay, it's not pure black, that's why. Let's delete this. Let's bring in a new layer. clip it. Now since it's pure black, you would see the difference. So now that we have this, we can then multiply and reduce. You can reduce it drastically so that it doesn't. Now you will notice that there are some sharp edge to the neck. So what you want to do is zoom in, select the image itself, take your blur tool and increase the size. Now just blur those edges and you would see why in a bit. Now this is not supposed to take too much time, but I just want it to be very, very nice. Like I want our work to look very, very clean. Now the next thing is to bring in this large stuff, impossible. But first we can just even write possible. So we can just have that. So I into brackets possible. You can see the reason why it is writing it is because it's clipped to this. So I'm going to just bring it up and release the clipping marks. So again, we want to use, let's use inter bold. For our fonts, let's use the fonts. Let's make sure the font is let's turn this off. So now still not turned off. Select all. All right, let's retype. Something's wrong with this. POSSIBL. Let's turn this off as well. Now we can reduce this so it looks more, more clean. Now the only thing that is separating it is this. So first thing first, let's change the color to white. But this one, just select only the apostrophe and change it to whatever color you want. So I'm going to change it. I will not use, I'll use probably green. This green. So I'm going to Ctrl T to bring out the okay. So I'm going to put it somewhere here. Alright, now the next thing is to bring in your apostrophe. Is it apostrophe or you get that icon? I keep forgetting the name of the icon. But yeah, I don't want this particular shape, right? So I'll choose I will choose something like this. This works for me. So yeah, I'll choose something like this. I would press Ctrl T or increase the size. And the next thing I want to do is change it to, I'm going to you can either convert it or rasterize it, any one you want to do, but I'll just rasterize it to avoid delay. So I'll just make it like this, then edit, transform, then edit, vertical, flip vertical. No, let's leave it as it is. So I'll just bring this down. Again, I don't want to use exactly like what I have in the image, right? So I want to play with mine. I want to just have mine look a bit different. Let's add color to it. This color. Clip it to this. Now it's looking like snot. So I don't know. Let me bring it up. So where can we bring this to? I'm not really feeling this anymore. Anyways, let's create a new one. Colon, and let's turn it to, let's make it, which one should we use? No, let's use inter. No, let's use Arial. Yeah, Arial looks better. For the first time in a long time, I can't believe I'm saying Arial looks better than inter. So I'm going to just convert it to shape. Control T, then I would increase the size. I'm going to flip. Let's flip horizontally. Okay. I'm not really feeling it, but let's see what we can get from this. Or should we just do it exactly like this? I think we should do it exactly like that. Flip vertically. So yeah, we should just do it exactly like that. So let's just increase the size, right, and bring this up. Create clipping marks, turn on the color, so we have this. Then impossible can be somewhere here. You can bring it up slightly, like so. Okay, you can still bring impossible up a little bit. All right, so next thing is to bring in those text and all. But before we continue, you'll see that this one is facing the other side. But again, we can leave it like that. We can just leave it like that. So the next thing is to just write in your text. So because I don't have time, I'll just go online and just use any random text I see. Just any random text at all. Drag and drop. Convert to white. Reduce the size to like 14. No, 14 is too small. 24. Let's reduce the, then we're going to make it this, yeah. I think this makes sense. So let's give it a medium vibe. Okay. So we are launching our flashcards soon. Blah blah blah. Take a sneak peek at one of them. And another thing is the what's it called? Now you can view your ruler, right? And you can use your ruler to like gauge the movement of everything and the arrangement. So I'm going to just duplicate this and bring it down here. So call it www.elzenito.com/flashcard. And for this, I mean, we can also give it the no. This one can even be regular. So yeah, it's smaller than others. So let's give it 18. Or we can give it 20. So what else? The next thing is to then put in your logo and this text. So again, for the text, I'm going to just go online and just pick in a random stuff. No. All right, I need something I can use. Where are you? I need something. Oh my god. Quotes on impossibility. So let's just pick one from here. Let's pick this one because it looks, I don't know if they will allow us to even copy, but yeah. Ctrl J to duplicate. And I'm not sure we can copy this thing. Well, let's see. Alright, let's copy from here because that first one did not copy. It didn't allow us to copy. Aha. So we'll just try to fit this into this and probably make it 30. Increase the spacing a little bit. At the moment it's giving some, so what we need to turn off some stuff, right? The first thing we need to turn off is this affinites or something. What is it called? Let me click on this too. Yeah, we need to turn off affiniate so it doesn't I'm just going to turn. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this here. And you can bring in your logo. So I'm going to just quickly drag in one logo. Yep. So just drag in a logo here. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this looks pretty nice. This looks really cool. But our text does not really tally because our text, we're just picking random text. But yeah, when you're doing yours, you can try your best to make sure that your text, you actually have something you want to write, right? It's not just picking stuff randomly online. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, this looks really cool. And when you're done, you can just select the first layer. Select the first layer, scroll down, hold down Shift, select the last layer, Control Shift Alt E to convert it into a single image. We can remove this now. Now go to Filter, Camera Raw Filter. You'll notice that this has some form of like dark vibe to it. Now you can either just reduce or increase, but I would suggest you don't do anything because exposure is already fine. So you can reduce the contrast a little bit, increase the highlight a little, or reduce it, but I would say probably leave it as it is, but just play around with this, see what works for you. But yeah, I would like to add grain to it. Yeah, I would like to add grain to it. You can even add texture if you want and contrast, but that would be too much. But yeah, if you reduce the texture, it make it look unreal, but you can add a bit of texture to it, just a little bit. So yeah, and we have this. very simple and straightforward. Try this. Let me know how it looks like. Tag me in your work. If this resonates with you, if you'd like to see more of this, where we replicate a poster, probably a poster you see online or on Pinterest or wherever, just share it with me, and I will definitely create a video showcasing how I can redesign it, and adding my own like vibe to it. So yeah, if this is something that you would like to always see, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you next time. Cheers.